Rat here on Chief Blackbear's channel. Going off the back of my car. Coming to you live in Santa Barbara on March 21st, 2022. Just doing a Matt Boat Rat show. Decided to come over here to Chief Blackbear to keep the Chief channel going. I spilled this coffee all over my white shirt, so I gotta be careful about how I drink it. So today's March 21st, 2022, and I assume things are heating up pretty good around the rest of the world. It's getting pretty heavy here in Santa Barbara. There's not much. Well, I guess the population's doing okay. You know, we imported a whole new middle class here in Santa Barbara during the pandemic. Like, we exported our previous middle class, and somehow during the pandemic we brought in thousands of new people. I guess economically Santa Barbara's doing pretty good, but the way they run the place is not very good. City Hall and the county, they're called the County Board of Supervisors, and the district attorney. It's all a bunch of Freemasons running everything. So we got Jackie Sue, we got Commonsensical, and we got Lisa. Hey, you guys, how's it going? Hope some more of you show up for Matt Boat Rat. I am losing the connection. I was going inside my car, and I just bite off other people's Wi-Fi. Yeah, I could do it on my phone, but I'm using a laptop in the trunk of my car. I'm essentially at McDonald's out in their parking lot. So I'm at McDonald's out in the parking lot in Commonsensical in Santa Barbara. And it's been real hard for me these last couple weeks. My ground game, it's really hard because, I got like devil spirits from every angle just trying to take me down, man. It sucks. I mean, just devil spirits out the yin yang. I don't know if I see any in the background, maybe down in here. There ain't devil spirits there. That tree, there's a tree right there. So there ain't devil spirits in the tree, orbs or anything. But yeah, they're everywhere trying to take me down and trip me up. And the district attorneys and stuff. I'm primarily a victim. I don't like to whine about it, but I am. And they treat me like a criminal because they're the criminals, and that's what they do. The problem with Santa Barbara is all the people that work in the district attorney's office and City Hall, and the County Board of Supervisors, Child Welfare Services, and all those kind of places. They're all a bunch of criminals working for the government to control us in their tyrannical and oppressive manner. But what they don't know is Chief Blackbear is about to straighten them out on that crap. So, Chief Blackbear's story's coming along pretty good. And I don't know if they announced the London Bridge fell down yet, but it's all, when London Bridge falls down, Chief Blackbear moves in at King. Now, he's already King in the 5D chess game that we got going on, as I am Mattrick Bouvier. I'm also a white knight, because I get like 5 different players in the 5D chess game. I'm like 5 different guys. And Chief Blackbear, he might be King of the West and King of the North, We'll see how that plays out. Because you got Trump in there. He's kind of a king. Trump and Chief Blackbear, John F. Kennedy Jr., Mattrick, Bouvier. He's the last one. Boat Rat Matt. That's the 5 kings. I'm like 3 of them. Trump, John F. Kennedy Jr., and 2 others. I get 3 kings and a white knight. 0.07. Excuse me, I'm just choking on my natural flavor coffee. What'd you figure out, commonsensical? But yeah, I'm kind of like a general. Here in this war that I got going on, I'm like God's primary general in Santa Barbara. I feel like I got more power than anybody. That's why I go around calling myself king. But I also got like a little bit of general in me, admiral. Like, well, the chief's got his own identity. I mean, chief, he's going to be king of the West. He was with Princess Diana, but now I think he's with Melania Trump on the spaceship named Oliver. And in the last days, Chief Blackbear is going to ride in on Oliver and save all these nations from evil rule. But I think, remember when he dropped that part of the golden asteroid down the Honga Tonga volcano and caused the tsunami back about a month or something ago, 6 weeks ago? Remember when the chief hacked the autopilot on that Evergreen Ever Given ship and got it all crossed up sideways in the Suez Canal? So, anyways, that's the chief guy. He's real. He's a big part of 17, the 17th letter of the alphabet. Chief might even be the 17th letter of the alphabet. But I think the 17th letter of the alphabet's a little bit bigger than Chief Blackbear, but not that much. Chief Blackbear might be the top king in the 5D chess board. Now he does. Chief is the guy that winds up with the ladies somehow. He's got Princess Diana and Melania. How's that work out? I don't know how he does it, but guess it's that Native American stuff. I don't know, but I think that Chief Blackbear is the most powerful person in the world. I'm not convinced he's actually a full-on person. I think he might be part Pleiadian, as I think Melania and a bunch of other people might be part Pleiadian. Now, the chief started out in the 1800s. So did Melania. They had a kid together way back then, in the 1800s. It's kind of a funky bloodline because they've been involved in running the show since the whole American history. Chief Blackbear has essentially been running America probably since before the 1800s, but he does it in the shadows. So you kind of don't know that it's him doing it. Most people didn't even know that the golden asteroid got dropped in that Honga Tonga volcano. We knew on the show, right? And, well, you guys all know that Chief Blackbear shot down the Greys back in 1946. Now, it might have been 43. I'm not sure. Forget what year it was that Chief Blackbear shot down the Greys, but it was right at the end of Nikola Tesla's life, if he actually died. Now, I don't know how much I trust Nikola Tesla and 369 code. Studying up on this 369 stuff, and it gives me the ibby jibbies. Everything adds up to 9. What's 321 add up to? That's 6. So everything adds up to either 3, 6, or 9 somehow. I'll give you an example. Watch how everything adds up to 9 just in geometry. Okay. How many degrees are in a circle? There's 360 degrees in a circle, right? Add up 360. 3, 6, and 0. What do you get? 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. Okay, how many degrees are in a square? There's 360 degrees in a square. So 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. All right, cut that in half. Make it into a triangle. 180 degrees in a triangle. 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. Cut the triangle in half. And you got 90 degrees. 9 plus 0 equals 9. Cut that in half and you got 45 degrees. 4 plus 5 equals 9. See how everything adds up to 9, man? 3, 6, 9 is everything. And then if you look at the shape, like the fetal shape, shaped like a 9, everything, like the conch shells and all the shells, everything's shaped like a 6 or a 9. Everything adds up to 3, 6, 9. Now, I don't like that stuff. I like 7. And me studying up on this 3, 6, 9 stuff and Nikola Tesla, it's giving me the ibby jibbies and it's drawing all this witchcraft up my ass. So, not thinking with your math, are you? But anyways, you guys probably better leave the 3, 6, 9 stuff up to me because it's probably pretty evil stuff. Hey there, Eric. Okay, I will. I'll try to check those out soon. You know, I don't do that much computer because. Oh, by the way, I took pictures of that transgender like blocking the exit off the dock, right? Don't you know that my iPhone, the hard drive crashed? I mean, who can crash the hard drive on an iPhone? So, anyways, yeah, but the computer on my car is fixed. I unhacked the computer on my car, and that's good. Yes, commonsensical. Now, 369 is basically God's building code. Everything is built 369. When you add up the numbers, you always get 369, no matter what you're building. 369 is always there. But when you really get into the depth of it, you know, I think that, see what it is the numbers always add up the same. Numbers really don't lie. And when it gets down to it, it's math and science that built the universe on math and science. I mean, it's God's math and science, but Satan steals it and tries to call it his. Now, Satan never built nothing, okay? 369 is God's building code, but Satan steals it and says it's his building code and that he does all of this. He tries to twist it and this and that, you know, put his own spin on it and turn it into witchcraft and evil stuff. But God made all the numbers. God made all the science. Satan didn't make none of it. I mean, Satan tries to like clone like a fish in a person and get a mermaid. I think he actually cloned like an alien, like a gray in a fish. Not a real. Now they were doing all this cloning and stuff back in the pyramid days, and that's how we had like, you know, goat and a man and all, you know, Aquarius or Capricorn and all that stuff. They were doing all this mixing the genes thousands of years ago. Okay, we're probably not even the most advanced society in history because I mean we're just now supposedly learning how to mix a camel and a llama to get what's that sheep's net? No, the sheep was Dolly or something. We're just supposedly now learning how to clone animals. It's not true. It's been going on for thousands of years, and they've been cloning people and mixing genes to part human, part something else. It's been going on for thousands of years. Yeah, right, Eric. He inverts everything. Yeah, they fry my electronics for sure. Hey there, Joni. Right. So yeah, we are pretty dumbed down. I mean, they've been dumbing us down for thousands of years because we're not supposed to really get the real connection to God. Which the most interesting thing about it is that your biggest, strongest connection to God is through your heart, not through your pineal gland. That's my opinion. Now that third eye thing, like the eye in the pyramid, that actually represents your pineal gland. And on this show, we've discussed that the pine cone, they call it the pine cone, being the fruit of the tree of knowledge that God said don't eat. Now, my theory is that they think that they get smarter by eating other people's um, fruit of the tree of knowledge, which could be, in my opinion, the pineal gland. As some people say, the pineal gland, you're not saying it right. The pine cone. You got all these glands in your brain, and they don't want you studying how the brain's built, okay? They don't want you knowing that because you're not supposed to know how to use your brain to do high tech stuff. They're supposed to do that. You're, you're not really supposed to know the 369 code, okay? You're just not smart enough for that, okay? Seriously. You don't need to know that all the angles always add up to 9. It's not your business, okay? You don't need to know that everything has that 6-9 shape, like a shell or a baby or everything. A root, a seed, germinating, everything starts out with that shape, the spiral thing. Look at the 369 thing, that's like, of course, my connection's going bad talking about it because let's not talk about 369 code, okay? Because I don't want to get the chief in trouble. He's got no strikes. He's never been de-virginized. Chief's a virgin. So don't want to get him in trouble talking about the 369 code. Yes, but Eric, what I'm saying, that is true. The gland connects you to source. Yes, very, very true. But I'm saying from experience that you connect better from your heart. And don't think they don't want to eat your heart, okay? They're infatuated with blood. Where's the blood come from? So yeah, those evil bastards will eat your heart if given a chance, especially if they find out that that is your best connection to God. Because when it gets down to it, God is made out of love, and when it gets down to it, so is your heart. Now they say your heart's just some machine that pumps blood. You can get a mechanical heart. The thing about it is they can't figure out how the heart actually works and how emotions actually work because come find out you make better decisions with your heart than you do with your brain. They just can't figure that out on computers. How can that be? How can your heart make a better decision than your brain? Oh, we got to figure this one out. But we're not smart enough to figure it out because your heart is based on love, man, and love's more powerful than all your smarts. But they can't get that. How to decorrode .07. Let's read the chat here. All right, so start talking before the show gets bored. I was just reading all your chat there. Yeah, but it's almost like your heart has a brain, but your heart seriously connects to God better than your brain does. And you can use, like, because let me explain something. Now, let me ask you something. Where does Jesus Christ live? You tell me. When you become saved, a born again Christian, where do you ask Jesus Christ to live? You say, "Come live in my brain, Jesus." Is that what you're asking? Didn't you guys, whenever it was that you got baptized, that you ask Jesus to live in your heart? Where does Jesus live? Any of you guys there in the chat room? See there, Lisa saying Jesus lives in your heart, which is true. And that's your connection, is what I'm trying to say. It's a stronger connection than your pineal gland. So, yeah, they're after your pineal gland because, they think it's going to make them smart, it's nice and evil to, be cannibalistic and everything. They love being cannibals. And they love that. I mean, that's what the natural flavors are here at McDonald's. I should be drinking the coffee, but the natural flavors are in everything because, big. Sorry, but I think it's true. You don't know what the natural flavors are. I'm not going to tell you because you'll think I'm a sinner for drinking coffee and eating food and everything. I'm not sure if they got natural flavors in the chemtrails. I don't think so. They might. Okay, so you guys are like the heart story, and that's your true connection to God Almighty and Jesus Christ. And so the computer can never figure that out. Never, ever. And that is your strongest protection. You don't need guns and knives or nothing, man. If you got strong enough heart, and check it out, it don't even have to be strong as far as your blood pressure. Like my blood pressure is off the chart high, man. I mean, I'm about to have a heart attack or a stroke any minute. But, in my prayers, I ask to be healed from the inside out. And that's starting with my heart. But I don't think that the machine that goes pump, pump, pump is going to heal until we win this war and stuff all those evildoers in the lake of fire. Got 10 viewers and 7 likes. 10-7. Whose number is 10-7, Joni? In case you guys don't know, Joni's 10-7. I got 10 viewers at the moment and 7 likes at the moment. That 107 and 10-7 pops up all the time in my life. I mean, everywhere I go, there's 107 or 10-7. It's one of those things that keeps me safe and living on my faith is seeing that 107 everywhere. I see 107, the number 107, everywhere I go, bunches of times per day. And I don't think it's a coincidence. So I think somehow 107. Is that a drone behind me there? Shit, flashing light? That's an airplane. That's an airplane. We gotta watch out for that stuff. I mean, they come and get me, man. Little drone, go, and then it goes up, and then I look at it. It goes back to a Chinese guy. I hate that the freaking Chinese go sending their drones right at my head. No, kept one of these times I'll chase them down, but I gotta be real, real cool about like cops or spies or anybody like jumping me and then saying I jumped them and get me in trouble because Kate, I tried to drop the charges on her today and get her sprung from jail. They were supposed to let her out of jail a long time ago, and they didn't. This is the woman that stole this car right here. She didn't steal it. They stole it. R.E.L. Shalong had my car stolen. So he pinned this chick, Kate, on stealing my car, and she didn't do it. So she goes to court today, but she's still in jail, right? Because they didn't let her out when I said to. And so, oh, you guys have been so proud of me. Oh my God, this was one of the best times of my life. So I go in the court, right? And of course, they don't have the main judge gonna sentence her, right? They put it off on Judge Maxwell. So, it's like a substitute judge. And I think that Kate's up for, she's going to get life in prison for not, she didn't steal my car. She's about to get the rest of her life in prison. So I'm there to let her out. I want to drop the charges. I'm the victim. I never even reported my car stolen. And they're saying that she stole my car, and I don't think she did it. So I just want to let her off the hook. Clean say, just go about your business, Kate. You're out of jail. Good luck. Nope, I'm not allowed to do that. But in the court, they got the Zoom going on, and then you got Kate's lawyer there doing another case. So then they're figuring out what to do, what next, So I just kind of step and walk on up there. I say, "Excuse me, Your Honor. I'm the victim in this Kate case coming up in a few minutes, and I don't think she stole my car, and I just, want to drop the charges and let her off the hook." And the lawyer, her own lawyer's trying to get her convicted. How would you like to have a lawyer that tries to get you convicted? I say, let the girl out of jail. It's my car. I'm the victim. They treat me like the criminal. So then after that, I just turned everything upside down, and they made a continuance for 2 days to go in front of a regular judge. And the district attorney lady, she gets me outside, starts pleading with me, blah, blah, blah. It's such a good comedy day, but it gets down to the district attorney's office, and they all know me, and they're the ones that are trying to. The district attorneys are the ones trying to put me in jail with Kate, so I can spend the rest of my life in jail for hate crime that me and my dog did not commit. Trying to frame me up on hate crimes or anything, any kind of. They assault me and try to get me in trouble. That's the way it works. I don't know, Joni, which Kate it is because she's in jail, and they got the freaking stupid lawyer from Carpinteria. See, the lawyer shows up. Kate's just sitting in jail still. But I assume it's the real Kate in jail because Kate, too, is the district attorney. And that's why they're so mad at me in the district attorney's office for knowing the truth. That it's the district attorneys that are doing the crime. Dudley Do Wrong. That's the district attorney's name. Dudley Do Wrong. Criminal. Going into retirement, by the way, because it is Dudley Do Wrong, Santa Barbara district attorney, going into retirement. Ariel Shalong, why don't you join Dudley Do Wrong in retirement? Now, the dude, Matt, today, he won't give me his last name. He's a district attorney. I let him know he ain't going to be working there much longer. Now, all the other district attorneys, I'm going to leave your names out of it for the moment because you're slimy attorneys that'll figure out how to get me in trouble for making a YouTube show. And I'm on Chief Blackbear's channel, and he's still a virgin, never been striked once, never been warned about nothing. And Ariel Shalong and Dudley Do Wrong, bunch of criminals. Putting an innocent woman in jail. She didn't even steal my car for the rest of her life, though, because they're saying they coerced her into pleading guilty into breaking her own kid's neck. She didn't break her kid's neck. They broke her kid's neck and coerced her into pleading guilty. And then, yeah, she gets a good, happy life. And then all of a sudden just shows up in the harbor. I've never seen her in the harbor ever. I've been there 30 years. I've never seen any of the Kates in the harbor in my 30-year stretch, more than 30 years. And all of a sudden, she just happens to show up in the harbor and just happens to steal my car. Yeah, right. Psych. You're busted, Ariel. Shalom. Dudley Do Wrong. And see what they think, Dudley Do Wrong, she's a Democrat. So they're going to run her for mayor against Mandy Mouse. Mandy Mouse is mayor now. He's actually a dude. He's not even transgender or anything. He's a Republican. But he's scared to admit it. He's scared to admit he's a Republican. And he's sure as hell scared to admit if he's pro-life or not. Nobody. I'm the only pro-life person in all of Santa Barbara. The only person with enough guts to say I'm pro-life and proud of it. Ain't nobody got that kind of guts in this whole town. Nobody. I'm the only person that'll admit to being pro-life. Mandy Mouse, not a chance. He won't even admit to being a Republican. Now I ain't a Republican either, but he is a Republican and won't admit to it. I turned him into a Republican. I went so far to the right, my pro-life stuff and my anti-mandate stuff and anti-discrimination stuff. I was so far to the right of Mandy Mouse, they didn't know what to do, man. The conservatives, they're like, whoa, Matt, he sounds like a conservative. I'm not conservative either. I'm not liberal either. I got my own show, I'm not all those guys. No, nobody in this town. They're all transgender. There ain't nobody got it. Yeah, yeah. It's just a kid want to say hi on my show.
Yo, what up, G's?
What's your name, bro?
My name's Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Right on.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Boat Rat Matt.
Boat Rat Matt?
Yeah.
Dang, how many views you got on here?
I just got like 9 people watching, 10 likes.
Damn. Are you famous?
Sort of, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How many views do you average?
Oh, I'm all censored. I'm surprised you don't know who I am.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, I'm pretty famous.
You are the mayor. You are the mayor of the true town. Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir. That's right.
All right. You take care, bro.
All right, later, live.
Right on.
All right, have a good one.
All right, take care. I'm surprised you don't know who I am. All the other kids do. All right, so what you guys got going on there? Yeah, I forget what I was talking about. Just Mandy Mouse and Ariel Shalong and Dudley Do Wrong. Boy, what a group. And then, they got that penis worship stuff going on. You got Boner and DePito and Inches. All these attorneys are all a bunch of dicks. That's why they worship it. Then it's crazy, but they they're got this transgender thing that they're forcing upon us, and they're doing it in a criminal manner, especially upon me and my daughter. But they're so busted, it's crazy. It's fun. It's fun. And by the way, Joni, I'm getting well. Okay, my hands are healing up.
Hey, later, live.
All right, bro. Take care, man. Just the little Mexican community. What's a big Mexican community, but they relate to me pretty well, actually. Remember in the marathon, I jumped up there and started speaking Spanish right after they stole my car. Jump on TV and introduce myself in Spanish and go blabbing away, doing real good. Forgot how to speak English. That was classic. P. Miller. Yeah, the court system here in Santa Barbara is the biggest fraud ever, and I'm bringing so many cases forward that they're not gonna know how to handle it. I'm gonna have like 7 or 8 cases all come at the same time. They're all set together. I'm gonna link them all together. They're gonna be. It's kind of interesting. A lot of it's criminal, a lot of it's civil, and some of it's federal. Discrimination, oppression, tyranny. 131 followers, yep. 131 metronons. The children's See, Eric, what's giving me a problem is I can look in the face of these district attorneys, like the one today. I can tell they're pedophiles just by looking at them. I can tell by looking in their eye. I can tell what they're up to because that's what attorneys do. That's their freaking way of life, man. I mean, Boner, he turned his own kid into a transgender. I mean, what kind of a father would turn his own kid into a transgender? A pedophile father would do that for sure. Would a normal, everyday, conservative father turn their kid into a transgender? Thanks, Cherry 411. But anyways, yeah, so, and I'm sorry in recent times about negative energy shows, but this is March Madness. And it's just a low vibe right now. I mean, the planet's not putting off a high vibe right now. This is perhaps, now I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world because, I'm like involved in such battle here in Santa Barbara. But I'm guessing all over the world, people are going through the same thing I'm going through, but probably not quite yet. Probably like next week, in a few days. Because, see, I'm coming on the tail end of it. So then all them devil spirits are going to go after you guys after I kick their ass. They're going to go after somebody a little bit weaker. Well, the best is yet to come in the March Madness on steroids. Okay, so I'll close it out with what I think the overall plan is, or at least one option of the plan that on the worldwide scale with the Ukraine and the Russian thing. So let's say we got Chief Black. Well, he's off in space, but he's dropping shit down, like the asteroid that hit the Hongatonga volcano. And Chief Blackbear can drop the big asteroid whenever he's ready, just to end the show. So at the end of the show, the big asteroid comes down and causes a tidal wave that wipes out the city with 7 hills where Babylon the Great Prostitute and the Scarlet Beast live, which we believe that is Rome, Vatican. So when Chief Blackbear throws the giant asteroid into the Mediterranean Sea, it's going to flood out the tunnels beneath the Vatican. Okay, so that's right. Another Chief Blackbear's golden asteroid. He threw part of it in the Hongatonga volcano, and that was just practice. Okay, so what's going on with Putin and Biden? Now, what's going on here in Santa Barbara? And I just filmed the anti-Putin demonstrators, and I was all civilized about it. I was going to put on the show, but then my iPhone, the hard drive crashed mysteriously. But they're doing an anti-Putin demonstration. I interviewed him, man. I was going to put it on the show because Rat Matt's the only guy that brings the lowdown in Santa Barbara. Nobody else would do it. You don't think they're interviewing the anti-Putin demonstrators and getting the fair side from the anti-Putin demonstrators' perspective? No, there weren't no TV cameras there or nothing. There was just me. It was kind of nice. I let them, try to speak the best they could, but they didn't want to talk about what we would do about Putin. Somebody said, let's put a bullet in his head. Yeah, right. I can't put a bullet in Putin's head. Okay. So here's what I think is going on. I think that they're getting us all riled up to hate Putin the way we used to hate Trump, because we got to hate somebody. We got to have a war. Now, we're not going to have a civil war because we're just not going to do that. We're not going to go around bunch of Americans killing each other. It's not going to happen. But we still got to fight somebody. We got to have a war. And we got to hate somebody. I mean, Trump's gone. We don't have nobody to hate. Who we going to hate? Let's hate Putin. Who we going to 107 say we're going to do to Washington, D.C. Who's going to do it? I'm saying Putin's going to do it to Washington, D.C. And I think it's going to be pretty soon. So I'm guessing that we're going to get all this hatred against Putin all riled up. We're going to go over there to the Ukraine, start fighting the Russians, maybe get a couple cheap shots in on them. You know, maybe we'll go over there and bite Putin's ankle. Just slap him a little bit. Just send a chihuahua over there to bite his ankle. And then Putin's gonna freaking nuke Washington, D.C. I think. I don't know. He has been exposing the biolabs. I thought he blew them all up already. They don't run the story on those biolabs. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about them. I hope you are. But they don't run the story on the biolabs in the Ukraine. And you guys are aware of the aerosol, right? Is everybody on this show aware that the Ukraine aerosol that? And Joni, that could have been on my boat. Now the city took my boat, Grandma, my sinking boat. They seized her. Might let the city have my boat. The Evergreen, they never did report the story on Evergreen either, did they? Yeah, Mattrick Bouvier, I mean, what can I say? It's like the fifth king, fifth white king. And by the way, I'm claiming to be like king of the harbor and king of the town and everything. I just claim the mayor thing. Screw the mayor thing. I'm king. I changed my name to Mattrick Bouvier. They don't even get it. Okay, but people think boat rat. That's all low class. I mean, a boat rat. You associate yourself with a rat. I mean, that's negative. Okay, call me Mattrick Bouvier. Bouvier, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah. Do you pronounce the R in French? Is it Bouvier or Bouvier? Too bad you guys can't speak. No, it's actually a good thing. I got two boats, and she is sinking. She needs about $30,000 of immediate work. Now, I love my boat. She's a chess piece. She's involved. My boat is the most famous boat in Santa Barbara history. Anyways, both of my boats are. But after all this, especially if she sinks while she's seized, I've been keeping her afloat. But check this out. They seized my boat, lock her to the dock. Now, what happens if my boat just happens to sink after they seized her? I guess we'll have to find out in court. But we're going to find out in court. So anyway, check this out. I think my boat has free rent for the rest of her life in Santa Barbara. Without being in the ocean, top dollar slip in to put my boat in a slip in Santa Barbara costs $150,000 cash plus another $30,000 tax right off the top. So you're looking at $200,000 for the first day of having my boat in a slip. So I think my boat's going to be in a slip for the rest of her life. And I think I'll be able to live on her, but I got a house coming up, but I don't want to talk too much about it because anytime people try to pay me, People can't even pay my bills. I can't even do a wire transfer. Man, they're all over the banking system. It's crazy. I had to open up online banking. I do a wire transfer successful. They cancel it. I didn't ask them to cancel it because they won't let me get a house. I mean, they give me a house just on reputation. I got no money. Oh, you can have our house, no problem. Well, I got no money, no problem. Just come up with it. So I go out and begging, and people give me money, and I got to transfer it by wire. Well, I do it. But what happened? I mysteriously lost my driver's license. So now I got no ID. So I get a new driver's license, but it's a paper thing and they got to mail the real deal. So you got to have ID to do a wire transfer. So I got to open up online banking and I had to get a new ATM card and all this stuff with no ID, but I got it all going. But then I got to do the wire transfer for the house. What a pain in the ass. And then after I go pulling everything off, the bank says, oh, we canceled your wire transfer because there was a security issue. Banks, man. So I go in there today and straighten it all out. And they straightened it out for me. They said they'll even drop the transfer fee. So anyways, and I sold a boat yesterday, man. And I actually got like $1,000 deposit on it too. Kind of funny because I suck in business, man. I suck with money, and people just give me money to take care of my shit. That's all cool. You guys know how to. Here the last year, you guys were offering me money, and I didn't even see it. And, I don't like money and care about it. That's why I do the show for free. You never see me once begging for money, nor did I in the whole mayor thing. Never. I'm the only candidate in Santa Barbara history to turn down every campaign contribution. Didn't take a single dollar from anybody. Proud of it. And by the way, I told Joni this, but the reason grandma was neglected for all those years was because I had to take care of Oliver and my kid. And I felt guilty putting my horse and kid ahead of my boat and letting my boat rot away. Plus, the beam rotted a lot faster. If it never did get shot with that direct energy weapon or whatever it was, she would have lasted longer. But sadly to say, not even grandma can hold up to a direct energy weapon. I mean, she's still alive. She got injured, man. That thing hurt. You try getting shot with a DEW and see how it feels. It'll melt your ass. But anyways, I always felt guilty neglecting my boat, taking care of my horse. It seemed more important to put my horse ahead of my boat. I felt guilty about it. Now that I face losing my boat, I know I made the right decision not to go, being all obsessed with my boat and taking such good care of her, making my boat the most important thing in my life. No, I made my horse and kid more important than my boat. And now I'm glad that I did that. So, and I've sacrificed Smokey the Bus, my mobile science lab for Horses Lives Matter peaceful protest. And it sucks when you give up your chess pieces, man. When you lose a castle or a knight or a bishop or something, especially a queen. I didn't lose my queen yet. But when you lose that stuff, it hurts. 107 is my queen, not 10-7. 107. 10-7's not 10-7, not quite a queen. 107's a queen. I'm not sure what position 10-7 plays. Tier 411 probably fit on the chessboard somewhere. I was just reading your chat there. See what you guys got going on here. They're coming after you, commonsensical. You're associated with me. I'm surprised they don't come after all you guys. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know how soon things are going to escalate. Now, another thing going on is 2022 is midterm election, like it's election for Congress and Secretary of States, like here in California and stuff. There's going to be a lot of elections in 2022, especially in Congress and the Senate. So in 2020, we had the scamdemic. What did I say that word? And the riots and the protests and all that. Leading up to make 45 look bad. So now in 2022, what's going to happen with Putin and Ukraine and all that? To make Biden bot look bad. Tiffany blue light back there? Well, I don't notice it, but my main color, Tiffany blue, I like that color. It's, Mattrick Bouvier thing. With the elections coming up after Nasara kicks in, the way it's supposed to work is instead of electing a candidate, you elect an idea or a bunch of ideas. So a candidate will be running on principles, and you'll be voting for the principles or voting for the ideas or voting for the policy, not for the pretty face with a lot of money. So the way it is now, if you're a pretty face with a lot of money and you're a dingbat with no ideas, you win. Especially if you jump in bed with somebody. The way it's going to be in the future is there'll be like an agenda, a bunch of ideas, put together an agenda. I believe A, B, C, and D. This is what I want to do. And then you'll put your agenda out there, kind of like what I did running for mayor. And then the people will vote for your agenda, not for the pretty face with all the money. So that's the way it's supposed to be after Nasara kicks in, is that we're voting for ideas and policies, not for individual people that are placed in position by higher ups. What we got now is the higher ups, like in China and England and all those places. They go picking their little pet out of Hollywood, putting a person in Washington, D.C. somewhere to run all of the different congressional seats. So now what you're going to have in this time around is, you're going to get your Hollywood pets that are placed all around. They're going to continue to run on their same kind of stuff. Like, they're probably going to. It's going to be kind of interesting on what the candidates in Congress are going to run on now. The people that are going to run should be starting to get their campaigns together, and they should have their agendas together pretty quick. But I'm guessing that the Russia-Ukraine thing is going to escalate huge over the summer. And of course, here in California, we're going to have a lot of fires and stuff like that. And there could be like a Chinese-Taiwan thing going on also. All right, Eric, I'll check into the pictures. constitutional law will be restored, Eric. That will be restored. That the constitutional law is what we're operating on right now. But that's on the 17 side. And Chief Blackbear's side is operating under constitutional law. We're no longer operating under common law or maritime law or English law. We're operating under constitutional law now, and that's United States constitutional law. But one thing we're allowing to happen is we're allowing criminals to commit crimes so they get caught. Now, I'm doing that here in Santa Barbara. I'm allowing criminals to commit crimes against me, and they're getting caught. The only thing is that the criminals in the police department and the criminals in the district attorney's department will not investigate the criminals that are committing crimes against me. And worse than that, they're saying that innocent people committed the crimes. For example, they steal my car, say Kate stole my car. Now Kate has to do life in prison. 3 strikes and you're out. Hit her, Tamara. Yes, the court system is pretending at this point because all of the stuff that they're passing and letting happen is all going to be overridden by constitutional law. All of this whole last 2 years. And by the way, we're supposed to be under martial law right now, but the military is showing us a different way of martial law. Martial law is not what we thought, where the military just goes around controlling everybody. Right now, we're under martial law, and the military is letting a bunch of actors go around controlling everybody. But you got a bunch of fake people running the show, like the Biden bot, for example. The Biden bot ain't real. Just not. You know, you can believe all you want that the Biden bot is Joe Biden, former senator of Delaware, I think. But that's not Joe Biden, the former senator. The Biden bot is not. There's a whole bunch of different Biden bots. Some of them are real robots. Some of them are holograms. Some of them are actors wearing a mask, whatever. Probably got the transhuman thing, the humanoid thing. They probably got a computer inside his body. You know, he's got the contact lenses where you can, read whatever they're trying to tell you to say. Yeah, the 1871 corporation's done. So is the City of London, Ltd. So is the Vatican. United States of America Incorporated, Washington, D.C., City of London, Ltd. I've seen a document to where they didn't renew the charter for the City of London, Ltd. And the Vatican City, they're no longer. You guys use the new money in Canada? Tamara, are you in Canada? You'll be able to find me when the storm blows. And we're right here on the Chief channel. Chief ain't going nowhere. The Chief done beat the system. So I think we got the right thing going here. That boat rat is kind of in probation and stuff. Matt Kilrain's about to get bumped off, so Matt Kilrain ain't gonna be able to do any shows for a little while. He's still in YouTube jail. But yeah, I'm not gonna go disappear, and you guys can go to Boat Rat Matt and ChiefBlackbear.com and stuff and get my phone number. QAnonProfit.org. But it looks like I'm around for a while, so I'll be here during the storm. I don't think they're going to be able to get rid of me. they might get rid of one or two of my channels. And I'm gonna have to really play it cool with Matt Kilray, my main channel, because it's got a lot of important stuff on it that I don't want deleted. But I think I got the YouTube system pretty figured out. Now I'm not expecting to get more than 131 Matinons, but it's interesting. Some of my unsubscribers are coming back, and the battery's going dead, so I have to go ahead and close it out. Mattrick Bouvier, Rat Matt .07, Chief Blackbear. Go ahead and close it out, you guys. So have a good night because my battery's going dead. Enjoyed doing the show. It's March 21st, 321, first of the perfect order. So I'll catch up with you guys soon, maybe in a couple days. You guys have a good night.